Sixers fans are still asking, how did it all go wrong season?
You didn't arrive at this season. I'm looking at everything if I'm the Sixers.
What do you think the issue is with this team?
That was a stupid question or issue. There was a lot of stuff going on and you just live and learn.
Sixers have fired head coach Brett and expect more changes ahead in Philly.
It was a weird season. I have a lot of regrets.
It's been a journey. Earlier today, Sixers GM Elton Brand did speak to reporters for the first time after firing head coach Brett Brown yesterday. Brand says that he will solely be the one leading the coaching search and said that the idea about trading Ben Simmons or Joel Embiid, yeah, he's not into it.
I'm not looking to trade Ben or Joel. I'm looking to complement them better. They're 24, 26 years old, respectively. You try to make that fit as long as you can. They want to be here. They want to be with our organization. And I see them here for a long, long time.
Chauncey, is this smart?
I agree with Elton. I really do. And here's why. Those are generational talents. They really are. And those guys just don't come around very often. And, yeah, they haven't gotten it done, but here's what I look at. They've only had one guy try it, right? Brett Brown. And from the reports from all the players, the Jimmy Butlers a couple years ago, and some of the guys even now saying, you know, Brett's a great guy, didn't hold everybody accountable. Matt, you've been around a long time, so have I. All the best coaches I played for, I didn't like them every day. But they held you accountable, they challenged you, they demand excellence out of you, and they need a guy like that. But those two dudes are special young players. I think they need more shooting around them. I think they're kind of big and kind of play slow right now, you know, where the league went the other way. You got Al at the 4, Tobias at the 3. I think both of those guys are playing out of position. Al's a 5, Tobias is a 4 in today's game. So they got to find a way, like Elton said, I want to compliment these dudes a little bit better, which means maybe some roster changes are coming.
I put a lot of onus on Elton. I think they've taken a step back as far as what they surrounded him with. I think they are heading in the right direction a few years ago when they put shooting around Ben. You had JJ, you had Ilyasova, you had
Jimmy,
you had a handful of guys that could play off Ben well, and then Embiid was Embiid. I also questioned leadership, and that has nothing to do with Brett Brown. Chauncey knows he's always been a leader in the locker room. I've been a leader in the locker room. It's not always your best player. So we've been waiting on Embiid to be a leader. It may just not be him. So who is it going to be? Is it going to be Butler? Is it going to be Tobias Harris, their highest paid players, who I think he slips under the radar a lot because he is their highest paid player. And I think that for some reason or not, there's never any pressure or any scrutiny on him. So I'm holding him more accountable. But I definitely think they need to add to the roster because I agree, those are two generational talents, very talented young players. And I think, Ben Simmons is starting to come of age. I think he's starting to get the fear of just shooting. You're going to miss. Everyone misses. Steph misses. But you have to be able to shoot it. And I love what Ben does on the defensive end. So I agree with Elton. You keep your two centerpieces, but you have to do a better job of surrounding them with guys that fit them.
Well, look, it's a challenge, right? I mean, they don't fit naturally together. We know that. But we just put a graphic up there. I don't know if the control room can show it again, of sort of 3 years ago. They fit pretty well.
They were great.
Right? They were plus 15 when they were on the court together. Then last season, that was cut in half, about plus 8. This season, you can see how low that number is. And what didn't change was Ben Simmons or Joel Embiid. What didn't change was even Brett Brown. What changed was the pieces around them. They had some bad luck. The Markelle Fultz sort of saga did not go. Look, certainly Danny Ainge saw something. So we can't say they could never have seen it coming because Boston did. But that being said, you don't expect, none of the people scouting that draft expected what happened with Markelle Fultz to actually happen.
Yeah.
But it did happen. And then, by the way, after working with him, they did get rid of him. And you mentioned Tobias Harris. Markelle Fultz had more made threes in the first round of the playoffs than Tobias Harris did. That is not the number you want. He is their highest paid max player. They decided to give him the 5-year max over Jimmy Butler. And that was a decision as well. And there was some conflict, right, with Jimmy and the coaching staff. And did you really want some uneasiness there when you've already got uneasiness with Joel and Ben? But I think they need to take a very hard look at the decision-making of who they put around these guys. Not just acquiring them, but how they decide who should get which contract, how they decide which pieces to trade away, the trade that they made for Tobias. You got to scratch your head at that a little bit. And it's not Tobias's fault. I think he is a certain kind of player, and they're trying to make him into a 5-year max player. And it just hasn't happened yet. Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.